What's up, everyone? I'm back. I'm not gonna wear my clown mask for this review. Sue me, it's hotter than all hell, even with the fans on, so yeah. But, this film, gets a lot of crap on it. I can see why, though, but there are far worse movies out there. An example, Sick, which, in my opinion, that's a movie that should have never been made. Just no. I get sick even thinking about Sick. But this is definitely better than Sick, but not really the best killer clown movie. The effects are good, I thought. And I am talking, of course, about Killjoy 2. I love the punchline, he's back for seconds. But I find it weird, though, he does not look like that in the movie. He looks like... Sorry, my camera froze up. He looks like that. I know he looks wacky, but then again, it is a wacky movie. I'm not gonna read the back, because this might be a little long video. It's not a rant video. I will eventually do some rants, but I have not seen any bad movies, so yeah. Killjoy 2 does not take place right after the first one. It has nothing really to do with the first one other than the title. And this has a subtitle. It's the first one in the series to actually get a subtitle. It's called Deliverance from Evil. If anybody knows, it's usually said Deliver Us from Evil. So right there, the title, it's dark, it's cool, and we start off with a guy running all the way to the rooftops and everything, like a big action scene, like you're thinking you're watching almost like a cheap action movie, which I like action movies, they're not too bad, and so he keeps on running, the cops are coming and everything, 2 cops, by the way, and they eventually catch him, and they arrest him, and you really don't know what he's arrested for. If you do, they explained it and I forgot, but they end up planting cocaine on him. Pretend I have a cocaine bag right here. I don't know nothing about drugs, just saying that right now. So what happens is the Killjoy title, the way they did the lettering and everything was really cool. Like it swirls around and the letters spell out Killjoy 2, then more letters end up coming in. They say Deliverance from Evil, and then it gets into the main characters, which there's Officer Martinez, Officer, I think it's Merritt or something like that. Which, by the way, Officer Martinez is played very well. If anybody knows her, she is a pretty good actress in the low-budget sense. Debbie Rochon, or Rocon, if you prefer that. I call her Rochon, sue me. And they really do not want to take these kids, and when we get right down to it, the convicts don't sound all that bad. And I must point out, this does not take place in the hood like the first one. So some of the characters are not like, oh yeah, what? Just so you know, I'm not being racist right there, sorry. Anyways, probably my favorite character, other than Killjoy, of course. Killjoy is the man. Probably either Cece or Detective Martinez, or Officer Martinez, as she's called. And my least favorite character, probably either Cece or Nick, because Nick is the big reason of what's going to happen later on. I am explaining to you the plot with some descriptions of the scenes. Then we get like a long riding sequence and whatnot. It's not too long, and I'll never forget this line for as long as I live. This one made me laugh. Uh, they're talking about carbon monoxide, and the guy says, "Oh man, it smells like carbon dioxide in here." And the dude corrects him, and he says, "You would have known that if you passed third grade." And this is a terrible comeback. The guy comes back with, "Bitch, I'll show you third grade." And I just cracked up laughing at that. I don't know why. I guess it's because I have a little immature humor in my brain. But anyways, so they're going to renovate a shelter, I think it's called. Yeah, renovate a shelter for wayward teens. And what ends up happening, Ray Ray, who's, I liked the actor, I forget his name though, he doesn't have a big part in the story, but he has a little bit to do with it. Ray Ray, decides, I'm just gonna sit here, and the car breaks down, or van, police van, or whatever. It breaks down, so they have to walk all the way into the woods to look for a phone, because apparently their cell phones don't get any signals. The car, van, is smoking up, so my thoughts on it are, have you checked the oil? But then again, if you didn't have that, you would not have this horror comedy, which I consider an underrated gem because, let's face it, I love killer clowns. Always have, always will. And what ends up happening, Ray, Nick, and Officer Merritt, I think his name is, correct me if I'm wrong, they decide to go look for a phone, and the girls stay with the van. And what happens is they keep on walking and walking, and their cell phones don't want to work, like I said. And Officer Merritt does one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. He checks for a signal, then he throws the phone. Why would he do that? I, of course, wouldn't do that if I was in the wilderness. And so, Nick, who's supposed to be Ray Ray's best friend, which that plays a part in the story as well, ends up trying to convince Ray Ray to just be cool and everything. And Ray Ray decides, in his words, he's going to make himself at home, and he ends up breaking into a house, and it says a redneck local, but there's really only one person population out of this whole thing other than the voodoo priestess. And what happens is, Ray, sadly, ends up trying to find the light switch, and when he goes to open up the door, he gets blasted in the back. But yet when he falls, here's where it gets kind of just out there. When he gets shot in the back, he falls like this out the door. And he's shot in the stomach instead. So I was thinking to myself, what the hell? It's not that hard to figure out the difference between a back and a stomach, unless you're trying to go for gore stuff. And this film isn't really all that gory. It does have some gore in it, though, which the gore in it I thought was pretty good for a full moon flick. And anyways, Ray Ray's friend Nick and Officer Merritt Officer Merritt shoots the redneck lady in the head, and no wound, just a little bit of blood on the head. And Officer Merritt says, "Don't be fucking with my kids." So they go all the way back and to the van. I said it, the van. And everybody's all like, "Oh crap, what happened?" And Officer Merritt's explaining everything. And you've got the sequence where the guy keeps on crying and everything. And then they end up deciding to keep on walking in the woods with Ray Ray. They're holding up Ray Ray like this. One person on this arm, the other person on this arm. And so they keep on carrying him and carrying him. Now we get introduced to the voodoo priestess. She... People might laugh at me for this one, but I thought she was a banging looking priestess. I shouldn't say that because I have a girlfriend. Don't worry. Anyways, so Ray Ray decides, what the fuck is all this voodoo about? And so he decides to hear the story of voodoo and everything. And Cece, who's supposed to be the badass chick, who's a pothead / dope fiend, and she ends up talking about Killjoy, and it references the first movie because it says, my grandmother told me a story when I was really young about a spirit named Killjoy. He happened to possess a young boy by the name of Michael, and right there, it says that Killjoy ate the boy's soul. So then that's out of the way, the explanation for what Killjoy is, an evil spirit. And what happens then, Nick just goes out, doesn't yell or anything, just goes out like an asshole, and says, "Man, I don't believe this shit." And so Cece goes out to see what's wrong with Nick. And here's where the fun happens, for me at least. He tells her, by the way, he tells Cece, "I want you to conjure Killjoy for me." And his method for wanting to conjure Killjoy, to save his friend Ray Ray's life. So for people who weren't paying attention to the story, who were wondering why Killjoy was summoned when they saw the movie, it's because of that reason. These are all vengeance tales, and they're pretty damn good for me. Pretty damn good for a full moon film, too. Sorry, I keep looking at the case because, to be honest, Killjoy looks awesome. And anyways, after a sex scene with no showing of anything, no showing of the sex scene, nothing like that. So, thank you. Don't want to see a sex scene because I already saw the sex scene in the first one, and that was enough for me. And we get introduced to Killjoy, finally. After, I think, 42 minutes in. And this is a 72-minute movie. But I don't mind. At least they showed Killjoy a lot earlier than what Sick did with Uncle whatever his name is. Uncle Asshole, whatever. No offense to people who like that movie. It was just... I just didn't like it. It was just not for me. And what happens next, Killjoy's laugh is a lot different from the first one, whereas he has a really high laugh in the first one. It's a kind of laugh that goes like... Sorry if that creeped people out. And I should point out, for those who aren't noticing, this is a white man. A white man is playing Killjoy, and it's a pretty good actor. He used to be with Trauma. He used to do behind-the-scenes work and everything for the Toxic Avenger 4 movie. And Trent Haga is his name, in case I didn't say that. So, much props to Trent Haga. I actually have him as a friend on Facebook. He is a damn good actor, and I think he deserves a lot of respect. He did what he can for the film. He did what he could for the film. And the mouth syncing for Killjoy, I thought it was really, really wacky. I could tell that it was Trent Haga's voice saying the lines, and it was Trent Haga saying the lines with his mouth and everything, but the lip syncing was incredibly off. There was nothing wrong with the DVD, don't get me wrong, but literally, it's just, I don't have any problems with it. I just find it a little weird because for a little kid's mind, for my little nieces and nephews who want to check out the movie, by all means. I think it's a fun thrill ride that everybody should at least see once. And Killjoy's voice is pretty fun too. He's not annoying, and a lot of people had to complain about that. He was not annoying. There are far worse annoying things. Mr. Jingles, I'm talking to you. And even though I like Mr. Jingles, it's a guilty pleasure for me. But Killjoy blows Mr. Jingles away, in my opinion. And what happens next? I love this scene. Even though you don't see gore, he goes like, takes his teeth out, and they're those chattering teeth that go like this, and he puts it down a porta potty, and he kills the girl who summoned him. All you hear are sounds and everything, and the chomping, and all the while Trent Haga, or Killjoy, keeps on going like, and just opening up his mouth, and he's got no teeth, and I thought that was pretty funny. And then he takes out the teeth, licks the blood off a little bit, kisses his teeth, and then he goes off screen and then goes like, and then he's got his teeth back in, and he says one of my favorite Killjoy lines, "I hate sloppy seconds." And they do a close-up of his teeth, and they're all red from the blood and everything. So, this film, on a scale of 1 to 10, let me pull up my Killjoy 1 review. I'm just going to pull up the info for it real fast. Sorry if it takes a while, my computer is really shitty. Okay. Okay. Here we go. The rating I gave for Killjoy was 7 out of 10. And this is equal to it. Does it get a higher rating than 7 out of 10? Of course. Good style. It didn't annoy me with all that stereotypical stuff you'd see in films that take place in the hood. Like, not everyone is racist. Not every black person is a gangbanger. So, they did a lot of good stuff with this, then again a lot of bad, but the other thing I did not like, I will not say why I hated it, because I want the viewers to see that. The ending. I did not like the ending. But did that stop me from loving this movie? No. I still love it. And anyways, what happens next? Killjoy is just out there having fun. He's not getting revenge or anything. He's pretty much getting his rocks off, killing as many people as he can. Sorry, and he ends up getting a really fun line in there, and it's pretty true when it comes to horror films of the last 10 to 11 years. People need to get more fun out of death. And in my mind, I think that's a tribute to all horror films and everything, so I know I'm wrong, but in my mind, it's a tribute to all low-budget horror films out there and horror films in general. And Trent Haga, again, he is a great actor, and he needs more respect. And come on, people, if these films are so bad, why even talk about them? I mean, like, yeah, the reviewers have to talk about them in order to review, but if you don't like low-budget films, do not see Killjoy 2. You'll be really disappointed. It is not for everyone. I'm saying that right now. It gets an 8 out of 10 in my book. Definitely watchable, definitely hilarious, definitely gory. And surprisingly, no nudity. Applause from the Psychopathic one himself. So, anyways, if you like gore, if you like dark humor, if you just like killer clowns in general, and you love gross out jokes, because there's a couple of gross out jokes in here, you'll like it. And if you like Killjoy 2, check out Killjoy 3. I'll review that one next time. Anyways, I'm out. Check out Killjoy 2, low-budget fans and Killer Clown fans alike. Better put the 2 right in there. Yeah, he looks a little weird with the pink scarf on. Anyways, that's it for the review. Show you the disc real fast. And that's some badass contacts he's got. Plain white. That's all you really need to get your point across when it comes to a demon movie. So, anyways, I'm out. Peace. Psychopathic1 signing off. 8 out of 10 for Killjoy 2.